Alright, welcome back. Hopefully you did good with numbers 2 through 4. Let's kind of go through those real quick. My number 2, I got the GH side to be 5.6. I got HK to be 4.8. And then when you add those two together for the whole length, I got 10.4. If you're off by maybe a tenth, so maybe you got 5.5 instead of 5.6 or 5.7 instead of 5.6, that's fine. If you were getting 3, obviously maybe there's some issues there with the measurement. But really the big one is just understanding that the two parts are going to equal to the whole. And that's kind of what numbers 3 and 4 are talking about. Number 4 is when you actually come up with the segment addition postulate, which I talked a little bit in the last video. But it basically simply means that the parts are going to equal the whole. So when you have a segment, the parts of that segment would add up to the whole length of the segment, okay? Next we're going to look at kind of going a little deeper into the algebra that is in this kind of math. And so I have a couple examples here. When we're finding the total length, obviously not complicated. We're adding 5 plus 20 to get the total length of a segment. So in that case, 5 plus 20 gives us x. So the whole length is 25. Most of us are okay with that. Here's another example where maybe they give us the whole length and one part of it, and we need to solve for a missing part. So I've shown the algebra here, but you don't necessarily have to do that. This is kind of an advanced course. So if you realize 17 minus 4 is 13, you can get straight there, that's fine. What I wanted to take a second on is if they give you algebra, okay? So let's look at what happens if, let's say you have a segment here, and let's say that we have 2x here and 3x plus 2 here, and they tell us that the whole thing is equal to, I don't know, 22, yeah? What you would do is exactly the same thing you would do over here. You would have 2x plus 3x plus 2 equals 22. We minus 2, put our x's together, we get 5x equals 20, and so x equals 4, okay? And so maybe they're asking you for this length. Don't forget, if let's say this is AB, and they ask us for AB, you have to say, okay, well, AB is equal to 2x, so that's equal to 2 times 4, so that's equal to 8. All right, so AB will be equal to 8. So don't forget, if they ask you for a length of a segment, you actually, once you solve for that x or the y, whatever it is, you plug that back in to get the length, okay? And obviously, if this is 8, this would be what's missing, right? So you could plug in the 4 here. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, or you could do 22 minus 8. Both of those would give you 14, okay? What I'd like you to do now is number 5. Take just a few minutes to do number 5, and then we'll come back together and talk about midpoint.